What's happening, everybody? Y'all know what time it is. Yup, it's my Lone Tane, and I know some of y'all probably exhausted seeing this, but you know, things happen, things come up, and things need to get done. But other than that, I really hope you guys and gals are doing well out there, having a great, wonderful day, cooling out, chilling out, you know, staying busy, and doing everything safely. You know what I mean? And always being patient with whatever you are doing. So today we are on the passenger side of this Ford Fiesta. We are going to work on both passenger and driver side of this Ford Fiesta today. Today the objective is replacing the hub and the bearings. What do you know? Yep, let me hear it and give y'all a few seconds. Yep, leave it on the comments. Yep, send it on the email, mylontane@yahoo.com. Y'all already know it. Yep, I'm gonna be waiting, and you will get a response from me. Yep. Anyway, with all that being said, y'all, so we are replacing the hub and the bearing on the Ford Fiesta, and the reason for that is because this has been rubbing, and it has that vibration. We meant to do it at first, but you know, other parts started coming in first, basically. So didn't want to postpone everything, wait longer. We had to get this vehicle inspected and registered. Also get the title transferred for it, right? So we got everything fixed already. It passed with flying colors. So it's just right for us to get everything else squared off. And this vehicle is practically brand new, y'all. Y'all saw how it was when we first got it, the process it's been through, and where it is now. Like I said, this vehicle already passed inspection. So without further ado, let's get on with the show and hit the road. We'll start off by, I guess we can start off with the tie rod end. We'll knock that loose, and also we'll go ahead and take care of the lower arm and the ball joint at the bottom. Then from there we'll remove the speed sensor bolt along with the brake caliper. You have two 12mm caliper bolts along with a 10mm brake line mount. I don't believe we'll be trying to fool with it though. Other than that, it's a 15 and a 14mm, I believe, for this strut for the top knuckle. I believe this is an 18mm nut. The pinch bolt for the lower arm and the ball joint is, I believe, 15 and 13mm. So let's get on with it, y'all. Alright, everybody, so I know I said 18 at first, but to correct myself, and you know, I tend to do that. I might do that all the time. Hey, as long as I'm not lying to you, you know what I mean? Is what it is, y'all. Take it how it is. But it's a 19mm, so let's go ahead and unscrew this outer tie rod. I'm not trying to pull it all the way out. And for those that know, already know, just wanna have a little bit of it left so we can hit it. I know there's other folks out there that would hit that bottom knuckle, kick it off, and that's really a good way to do it. nothing wrong with it. Whatever gets the job done is what I say. So, all praise to the Most High. That one is done and over with. Now, as far as this pinch bolt, this is the pinch bolt right here. I believe that's I want to say a 13. It's a 13 millimeter. Those that know that color know, and that can pretty much see the number. And you got the nut on the other side. It is a 15 millimeter. Now, again, I've told y'all already, I'm a one-man band today, so let me remove these bolts, or this pinch bolt. It should hopefully come off swiftly, since we just installed it not too long ago. So let me get back to you. Alright everybody, you are looking at our pinch bolt. It came on out. Let's go ahead and work with this sensor right quick. I believe it's 8 millimeter. Nope. I'm using an 8 millimeter. It's pretty much broke loose. Let's try to work it out slowly. Yo, my bad, y'all. My bad. Why y'all didn't say nothing? Why y'all didn't say nothing? All right. We're gonna come back to that, y'all. But is what it is. Let's put that back. It's really difficult. It's really difficult. It's very complicated trying to utilize both of your hands and hold the camera at the same time, so y'all can have a good view of things. So y'all bear with me. Try not to beat me up so much on the comments or your email. Let's go ahead and get this caliper out of here. This is the lower caliper bolts. Yeah, all these new parts. If y'all see some of these water stains on here, it's because yesterday when we got the vehicle inspected, it was pouring down rain out here, y'all. It was 100% chance with a tornado watch and all kinds of mess. It was flooding. And if this vehicle was a little bit bigger, it was like Noah's Ark going down the road with all that water, But hey, all praise to the Most High. We are done with that part, and we are moving on forward. Alright, just gonna try to set that on that brand new lower arm, which is also going to be dropping here in a little bit. So we're probably gonna have to get a bungee cord or something to hang it up on. But we'll figure that out along the way. I could go ahead and work on this caliper hanger. It is a 15 millimeter. See what I gotta deal with, y'all. There's a wheel. Y'all know the rest of it. And if you don't, it's okay. You watching it, you seeing it. Get this bottom one right here right quick. For those that don't know, I switched off using the 4-pound, 4-pound rubber hammer. I could use a cheetah pipe, but you know, I gotta hold the camera. Yeah, might have to use a cheetah pipe, y'all. Cheetah pipe. Here we go. Y'all pretty much seeing this live. So the whole knuckle turned on me because the tie rod is disconnected. So remember, it will take some skill to do this balancing act. You gotta be a certified acrobat. You know what I mean? Those that know. Alright, this is taking too long with this ratchet. Trying to get things did. We are trying to visit the front end alignment shop today, so we can get the front and rear fully aligned to try to, you know, prolong the life of the tires and the whole front end and suspension system and rear suspension of this vehicle. Alright, I gotta let y'all go now. Hold on, maybe not. Let's see. Alright, let me see this. Alright, y'all. Taking a little bit of a risk here. Not really, but you know. Let's see what's up. I have to remove this caliper hanger, and I got one bolt left. It's pretty much almost off. Y'all see it spinning right there. Alright. Did that with one hand, y'all. Y'all ought to be proud of me. Alright, y'all. Now we can slide this rotor off. Just lay that there. Oh, let me show y'all this. So, this is what was going on with it. I believe it was hitting the lower arm. Yep. But I believe it'll be alright. It'll be alright. Whew, my bad, y'all. Y'all didn't want to hear that. You already did. Too late. All right. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna need 2 hands, y'all, more likely. But you know, I really like you guys and gals. Let's see what we can do for y'all, for you kind folks. You know, y'all look out for us. You know, so we gotta try to look out for y'all. Yep, that's how we does. You know, straight up. That's how we does. No doubt. For those that don't know, well, y'all tell them somebody out there busy having fun or something. They really want to do something, they can bring their butts over here and learn something. You know, lend a helping hand. Sound good. Alright, let's see if this gonna work, y'all. If it don't work, I'm gonna have to come back to y'all. But let's see what it do, baby. Y'all, it's our lucky day today, man. I don't know what y'all done did today, but y'all are on a roll today, y'all. Like it ain't even no joke to it. Like for real. Alright. Okay. We did replace these what do you call these? It's not just a pinch bolt, camber bolts, okay? That's what these are. These are camber bolts because we was having that issue. But yeah, we'll see what it do now, y'all. Let's go ahead and tap them out. Okay, no tapping out for them. They like, we are up in here. Alright, I'm really gonna need both hands now, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need both hands. So, y'all know the routine. Alright, everybody. I went on and took the liberty on removing the upper camber bolt completely. As you can see, I left the bottom one on there to give me a little bit of support because I went on also and pried that lower arm and ball joint with a medium-sized pry bar. Okay, so now we'll be working on this axle nut. Let's see. It's a 22. No, I'm sorry. It's a 32. I'm using a 32 millimeter, y'all. There it is. Let's do it. Now, I might have messed up on this because I just now remembered that I did torque these down with a breaker bar. So, you might have to figure this out. Jerry rig it some kind of how. You know what I mean? Try to get it off. Switch it to a breaker bar. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to hold the camera and do this at the same time, y'all. Let me get back to y'all. All right, for those that said that, you know, it couldn't be done, you know, Hey, kick rocks. All praise to the Most High. If you know, you know. Okay, I believe that lower arm kicked back in. Let me see what's happening. Yeah, it did. There we go. Woo! Whew. Excited. Let's kick it on out. All right, I'm gonna leave both hands, y'all, so I can grab this on up out of here. I'm gonna slide this axle out of this hub and remove the bottom camber bolt, and we'll have this on the ground. After I remove this sensor completely, I'm probably gonna get some pliers or something, but regardless, I'm gonna tell y'all what I done did. All right, I'll be back. All right, everybody, using some regular channel locks, and I'm just getting a grip of this sensor right here where the wire goes in pretty much, and I'm just trying to get a nice grip on it, and I'm just wiggling it loose basically, and trying to wiggle it and pull it out to extract it at the same time. You know, you just want to be patient with it and take your time with it. You know, you are, you know, trying not to break it, you know what I mean? But you also have to be mindful that it's in there because of corrosion. So, mechanics is, you know, it deals with a lot of patience, you know. Why I tell you to just take your time and be patient with it. It's pretty much part of life, you know. Sometimes things aren't what they seem sometimes. You know what I mean? So just be patient, y'all. Be safe and take your time out there. Let me come back to y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and finish driving this axle out of here. I believe it's gonna go on and go and hook back up with that lower ball joint. So let me get at it. I'll be back. All right, everybody. I believe we got some pretty decent success here. Whew. There we go. Let's bring this over here. All right. Yep. We'll be driving that out. Looks like I'm gonna be doing some hellified driving out there. Yep. So we'll get this on the press, but before we do, let's go on ahead and see what's in this box that just came in Wednesday. It was down the street, they said, and it was in a whole different country. Don't we love to see the word premium? Oh yeah, hub assembly, y'all. There it is. This better be the right damn one, I know that. Cause it don't look right from the picture. Yeah, bearing, nut, lock ring, and ta-ta-ta-ta! It is the hub! Yay! Yep. All right, y'all. So don't really know how this gonna work out, y'all, but we'll have to press the hub and the bearing out. So I'll see y'all at the press. So since we're driving the bearing and the hub out, I decided to use this Maddox bearing race and seal driver set. I've never used it before, so it's practically brand new, and today it will be used. And that's what it looked like. I could probably drive it out with this, but walk over here. Since I have we have this press that we probably use 1 or 2 times, if that. We're gonna try it with this, you know what I mean? So I believe this will be great. This is the 39 millimeter, 39.5 millimeter. And I know a lot of people do it differently. I know y'all probably hear me say that a lot, but it's the truth. This is how we do it. So if y'all don't like what y'all see, it's cool. It's fine with us. You know, this is just our process. This is how we do things and get things done this way, as you see, and as you about to see, and as you saw. Anyway, I'm gonna use this 12-ton strong weight press that we have to drive out this hub. I'm going to start with the hub before I do press on the bearings, or the race, shall I say? Well, the bearing, because the race comes with the bearing. So I'm gonna drive the hub out first. It's the most logical thing to really do, versus trying to knock the whole thing out and then you want to use the hub. So I'm just trying to help somebody out, because we're actually not using the hub, because we have a brand new hub and brand new bearings. All right, so I'm just trying to help folks out there that can use it. If it ain't for you, well, guess what? It ain't for you. So we don't have that much clearance down here at the bottom of the hub or the studs, and it's what it is, y'all. It's what it is. You know, just gonna have to try to figure it out and make it do what it does. I was going to use a different driver. You know, us, we always come up with, you know, a solution. I was going to use this 27 millimeter deep socket to drive that out, but I was like, you know, my rib probably would like for me to finally use that tool that she got me a while back. So we're gonna use it. All right. Might use both of them, ain't no telling, but let's get on at it. Let me get situated. All right, let's try it out, y'all. I don't believe I have enough real estate here, so let's just see what it do, baby. Well, good thing is it is going down with ease, so that's always a plus. That's always a good sign. But as we know, I don't like how it looked. It's going in uneven. Let me try to reposition this and try to get it right. Okay, let me start over with this. I'll be back. All right, everybody, here's the knuckle and the hub along with the bearing, and I believe I seen, or I noticed and realized the culprit why it was messed up on this side. I don't know if you guys and gals will be able to tell, but that the bottom left, which is this part right here, the lock ring is basically bent out, so it's, yeah, it has that bearing off balance pretty much, so that could be part of the culprit why it was rubbing. So it's a good thing we have the entire kit here. We'll just go ahead and pull that lock ring out, and you know, like I said, when I tried to tap the driver out to, you know, get it out of that hub, the whole inside just came apart. So clearly it was ready to go. So all praise to the Most High that we managed to get it, you know, get it apart and trying to get it back together in time or on time. So we'll be using our Icon Precision Snap Ring tool set. For those that don't know where I got this from, yeah, it's the same place where I got the other ones from. So we are not sponsored by them, and just want to put that out there. These are just tools or equipment that, you know, we have. Okay, looks like I'm gonna be playing around with this for a second, trying to see which one of these is gonna want to fit off in here. See that I got one too big, if not, it's too short. So I might end up using a flat head and just working it out. Ain't no telling, y'all. Ain't no telling. Sometimes it sucks when you have the tools and can't use them for the stuff you want to use them for. You know, it's just part of the process, part of everything, yo. You know, it happens. But that's why you have to figure it out. It look like this one will work, but I'm gonna need two hands because one side, that right side, this side right here of the ring is like, it's chipped. See right here, it's chipped. So need to like balance this out. I'll be back. Alright everybody, so got it pretty much off. Here we go. Now to get this bearing out of here. Alright, so let's go handle up on it. Let's go ahead and knock this bearing race out of here. Alright, I am going to be using a 65 millimeter. There it is. Okay, our little handheld instead of the press. It probably would be better with the press, but you know. This'll work too. It actually works damn good. Need something to hold it up. That probably won't be a good idea. So, muscles it is. How many of y'all say it ain't gonna work? How many of y'all say me holding it up in the air won't get this ring out of here or this race? How many of y'all is saying this negative stuff? Uh-oh. I almost got there. Leave it on the comments below. Uh-oh. Y'all know that sound? If you know that sound, hey, leave a comment. Oh! It wasn't a rolling. It wasn't a rolling. It wasn't a rolling and a showing. And we gone. Alright, y'all. Time to drop the new one in. Let's go. Alright, everybody. Let's go ahead and slap our bearing on here. Now, for those that's never done this before, you have a brown side and you have a black side on your bearing. Okay? The brown needs to go in like so. It goes in and the outside faces out. I mean, the black side faces out. We did put some anti-seize inside the knuckle. All right, and we're using a 65mm driver. Probably could use a bigger one though. Let me see. That looks a lot better. This 72mm looks so much better. So I believe we'll go with a 72mm driver. Now I know it's somebody out there that's very curious, why am I using my handheld driver when we have a press? Well, somebody out there might not have a press. They might have a handheld, or they might just have some 4x4s or 2x4s. Either way, it could be done. Alright, make sure it's going down evenly. Keep your driver centered. Take your time driving it in. Don't rush. Okay. Now, if you're just extra experienced, you could just dance around it. But that's what you would be doing, is precisely dancing around it. So it's best to just utilize your driver and drive it on in. If you want to use a block, you can. Most blocks will work, a 2x4. I'm just using a 4x4 because this is what we have. You can see it's going in very swift like. You want to dance around, really it'll just go on down like so, and finish it off with your driver. Make sure it's going in evenly. That sounds very solid. That's the sound that you want. Inspect it thoroughly. Make sure it's completely flush to where your lock ring or snap ring is going to be sliding into. Get your snap ring pliers and plenty of ways to do this. This is just how we do it. There it is, y'all. What I like to do is I like to check it. I'll go ahead and just tap it. Okay? But it's pretty much on there, y'all. Just like that. I'll even check it right here. This is not necessary. This is just the way we do it here. You know what I mean? So the bearing is ready. All we have to do is install our new hub assembly. All right, just goes in like that. You can drive this in, you can press it in, whichever way you choose. It's all the same. The name of the game is getting it in. Know what I mean? So, with all that being said, let me go ahead and I'm going to put anti-seize on here. You know, you could use grease. You know, that'll be great. But we really have no grease, and you know, let me wipe that down. I forgot to squirt this down with a little bit of a brake cleaner. They do have a little film of that non-corrosive spray that they use, a chemical. You know what I mean? So, that being said, now I feel a little bit more confident putting some anti-seize on there. This is not recommended. Again, if you have bearing grease, will be a lot better. Again, we have none at hand, and there you go. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some in this line also. Don't need to get it real good. That's fine. Okie dokie. Now the moment of truth is getting it on here. How you gonna get it on there? Well, we have a driver, so we're going to use it. Yep, we're going to use our driver, y'all. You might have a driver and you might not want to use it. That's your privilege. You know? Us, on the other hand, we're going to handle up. You know what I mean? So, we're going to use a 50 millimeter driver on this. And I really should press this in. But let's go. It's on there, y'all. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and pull this axle nut in right quick. Alright. And now with that, the lower ball joint can't go in like we wanted it to go in. So it's okay, it's alright. It's alright, let's go ahead and start with upper knuckle. Now we're going to actually try using the factory bolts rather than the cam. Yeah, the cam bolts. Probably should go with the cam bolts. So no lie. Yeah, let's try it like this. quick. All right. Now, before we get to snugging that upper knuckle, I want to go ahead and put our dust shield on right quick. All right. This is our dust shield right here. It easily just mounts up. We have 3 8mm bolts that hold it in or hold it in place. Go ahead and bring it down. Hit my socket. That should work. That should be good enough. All right. Alright, let's go ahead and try to align this lower ball joint right quick. Look like it's going in.
Okay.
Alright. Let me go ahead and slide this rotor on there. And let's get the lower ball joint right now. Get the rotor on. Alright, slide the rotor on there. So far it looks like not looking too good, y'all. Not looking too good. I might have to replace the cam locks on there. Let me get the hanger right here. Like so. Gotta put the bottom bolt on there. This is a 15mm. Get to the bottom. All Alright, let me go ahead and put this caliper on here and hang this on up. There go the bottom bolt. There go the top bolt. That's a 12 millimeter. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to hold this to keep it from freewheeling. No big deal. We come prepared. That's just a 18 millimeter wrench I use to pull that on in. Okay. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna stick this jack under this lower ball joint. Hold on. There it is. I'm going up with it. Looks like that lower ball joint did enter on in. Let me check up top. Yep, it's in there. So I can go ahead and slide my pinch bolt on there. Now I'm gonna need my 15 and my 13 millimeter. Let me go grab it right quick. And there it is. The lower ball joint is on there, y'all. Put that jack on down. Alright everybody, I'm gonna go ahead and drop this ABS sensor in here. Alright. Make sure you drop that security bolt down off in there. I forget what size that is. I believe that's a 8 millimeter. Should be on there pretty good. Alright, so as far as the upper knuckle bolt, I had the factory bolts on there at first, but I decided to just go ahead and reuse the cam bolts. Let me redo this ABS right quick. Looks like it was binding there. Feel a lot better with it like that. I mean, look better, feel better. Alright, so now let's just go ahead and drop our outer tie rod into this side knuckle. Yes, I'm putting some anti-seize on there. Just like so. And we'll just pull that down. I believe it's a 19. Gotta find my 19 right quick. It rolled off. Okay, it's a 19 millimeter. Let's just go ahead and snug it up. That should be pretty good. That should be pretty good. And it looks pretty swell. Yes, yes. Now I'm just gonna do a little bit of inspection here below to make sure, you know, well, to see how much clearance I have on the bottom of this rotor with the lower arm by the lower bushing. So let me put this wheel back on real quick. Let's go ahead and remove this entire knuckle and bearing and hub off this Ford Fiesta on this driver's side, y'all. The rain done caught up to us, so let's get it on and popping. Let's get it on and popping. We're gonna need a 18 millimeter to loosen up that bolt right there for that upper knuckle. There we go. Okay, let me get a ratchet or something to accommodate this 15 millimeter right here. That needs to be held down. Hold on, y'all. Here we go, y'all. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and knock down the. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and remove this brake caliper and this brake hanger, or this caliper hanger, I mean. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right quick. Yeah, kind of like broke them loose before we started this time because of the rain, you know, trying to maintain and trying to stay sane and just doing things, but not to be doing things, if you know what I mean. Yay, yay. All right. This is the top caliper hanger bolt, okay? Be mindful of your brake line right here. Let's get the bottom bolt right quick. We have that nice weather over here, y'all. It's flooding. It's nice. It is nice. I must say. All right, there it is. There that is. Okie dokie. Now let's go ahead and slide this rotor off of here right quick if we are able to. I'm gonna just put it on one of the fins and kind of like rock it. Okay, that's new. All right, so normally you could put a bolt through here And this little pilot hole they got with the threads, unfortunately we don't have one to actually go through there, so old school it is. There we go. I saw it wiggle waggle. There it is. Yeah, I think that would have been faster than screwing in the bolt anyway. Yeah, thing is rusted, y'all. So now what I want to do is I would like to go ahead and remove the yoke nut right here. We did bust this loose already. But it's still gonna take some time to get it off. Definitely gonna need a new battery. It just killed my battery, y'all. Alright, let me go get a battery and I'm probably gonna go ahead and pull this on. Alright everybody, we got the hub nut off. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this tie rod nut off, this outside tie rod. It is broken or loose, so let's spin it out. Only if I would have put on the brand new battery, it probably would have worked a whole lot better. So hey, laugh now, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. There it is. Go ahead and pull this out of the way. Go ahead and lock that nut right there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pull this. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this bottom pinch bolt for this lower control arm and ball joint. Alright, looking good in the neighborhood. Good. Alright, I'm gonna remove the mounting bolts for this dust cover or dust plate, whatever you want to refer to it. I really don't like it when that happens. Okie dokie. Now let's go ahead and press this lower ball joint down. Off this lower knuckle. It's a whole lot better than it was before. Let's go ahead and punch this axle out, just like so. Alright, now let's go ahead and remove these upper knuckle bolts that's going through the knuckle. holding up our struts and the rest of everything else. Alright, and there we go. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about the hardest part, y'all, which is this ABS sensor. 8mm. Boom. Now all we need is some channel locks so we can wiggle waggle and remove this motor scooter. Alright, grab it like so. Give it a little wiggle. Give it a little wiggle, a little waggle. Whichever way your canoe wants to float. Alright everybody, we're gonna go ahead and press down or press out the hub and the hub out of the bearing. Okay. At least that was the idea. It didn't work. Keep on tracking though. There we go. That is a 27mm deep socket. And the hub is out now. Alright everybody, let's go ahead and remove the snap ring with these Icon snap ring pliers. Man, that bad boy's on there good, y'all. That is on there good. Let me try to work this out right quick. All right, everybody, I'm working on this snap ring. It is so deteriorated with rust. It's not even funny. I'm having to wrestle with it, and a fight it is, but you know, only winners prevail and quitters lose. You know what I mean? So, what team you in? We did spray some Kano or that oil that creeps on there, and that's basically that glistening that you see. And yeah, we're just trying to work it slow and easy. Slow and easy, baby. Ain't no rush, ain't no biggie. So I'll cut y'all back on whenever we get this off. It look like we're almost there though. So I don't know if you guys want to hang on. There it is. There was a lot of crud that flew out there to me. All praise to the Most High. There it is, y'all. Y'all see it. Let's go ahead and take this thing back to the press and press this race and this bearing out. All right, everybody, we have the 65mm driver on there to drive the race and the rest of the bearings out. All right, let's give it a shot now. Budge. buds. Alright, coming on down, y'all. You see the race coming out the bottom there. We're almost through. Go ahead in. Alright, we're gonna have to stop right there because our knuckle is hitting the top of this press. We'll have to reposition or something right quick. Here we are, everybody. It's about that time. Let's go ahead and bust this hub and bearing open. I did one on and checked this bearing out a while ago. It's all good. There go the lock ring nut. The nut should be compatible as far as with the threads and all that go. Pretty certain of it. There it is, there it is. Alright, and there go the hood. Alright, so we pretty much know how this goes. We already added some anti-seize on our knuckle or our spindle. Okay. Here's our bearing. This is the brown side. That is the black side. Brown side goes in towards the sensor. All right, so let's get this on and popping. All right, let's go ahead and press this down. We're using a 72mm driver. We went on and punched in or pressed in the bearing. Now we're going to put our snap ring on there. Like so. We want to make sure it's inside the groove, and it is, and we're pretty much good to go. Now all we have to do is press in the new hub. We're about to press down our hub, and the way to really do it when you're pressing them in is, I have this 72mm. I will be facing it wide side up, and 65mm actually goes into the inside of the hub just to support the bearing. Okay, not so much as the race. Okay, just stack those on top of each other like so. And down. We could go ahead and start with the hub. We did put some anti-seize on our hub right here. It's not recommended, or is it necessary? We just did it. Grease would probably be better. And we're using a 50mm right here to go inside of the hub, and that will be our pressing point. Okay, so let's get the rocking and rolling. We'll just take our time doing this. We want this to go in as even as we can get it. that's all she wrote, y'all. Let's see what happened here. What have we gotten here? And our bearing is still intact in the back, and our hub is good. We ready to go? We ready to rock and roll? Let's slide this onto the vehicle, y'all. Let me remove this nut, and I can go ahead and pretty much start my axle into it. Beware of your brake. Your brake caliper. What's going on here, okay? There we go. There we go. Remove this out the way. Let me get the bottom knuckle over here, like so. Now the top knuckle up here. There we go. Alright. Bottom knuckle right quick. Alright. I'm gonna run a top bolt on this knuckle on top, going through the strut. And that's just to keep me in place pretty much, like so. And yeah, okay. Pull that on in. Our axle slid on in, and let's go ahead and drive a nut on there so it don't slide back out. We'll just pull that down real quick so you can hold it for us. Just like that. We'll come back to it and snug it down in a little bit. Okay, let's take care of this bottom knuckle. Oh, okay. That's pretty good right there. That bottom knuckle, that lower ball joint right here, I believe it's pretty good. It's lined up. So we could actually proceed with our dust cover. Our dust cover just simply attaches with these 3 8mm mounting bolts. We will have a ABS sensor coming in a couple of days or so, since the one that was on here was highly corroded, and we ended up having to just get it off. And yeah, That's what's left of it, pretty much. Alright. We can go ahead and start our outer tie rod. Like so. Let's just go ahead and snug that down. Just like that. And we can go ahead and hang our brake pads and caliper hanger. But I believe I want to go ahead and yeah, let's go ahead and jack up this lower arm so we can get this ball joint on there. Let me go get the jack. Alright, Turkey's gonna jack it up and hopefully it slides on in. And it is. And there it goes. All praise to the Most High. That's it, Turkey. Alright, let me get a bolt started on here. Where's my bolt at? Alright. Let me get this bolt on here. I will be putting some anti-seize on the smooth part of my bolt, my pinch bolt. Pretty much what it is a pinch bolt. So, it'll help us out in the future if we ever have to do some work to this. We can go ahead and lock those down. That is a 15 millimeter and a 13. I believe this is the 15 and this is the 13 back here. Alright, here we go. That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote, y'all. All she wrote. Alright. So you can go ahead and let that jack down and move it out the way. I'm gonna go ahead and hang up this brake caliper. It would be smart for me to go ahead and put my rotor on there before I hang up this brake caliper, man. Let me go clean this rotor off right quick. Alright, everybody. We did put some anti-seize on this hub, and kind of wish I would have done it on that passenger side, but hey, it's a-okay. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and slide this hanger on here. That's the top one. Now let's get this low one in here. There's the low one, and that is a 15 millimeter. So let's go ahead and snug it down with a 15 millimeter. Just press those in. Get your brake caliper and give it a jimmy to wiggle. There it is. Put your caliper bolt on there. Like so. Now the bottom one. Those caliper bolts are 12 millimeter. Go ahead and snug them down. There it is. There it is. That's it. No, it ain't it. If you thought that was it, you are highly incorrect, because we still have to take care of that upper knuckle where the suspension is, or the strut. Okay, we still have one more bolt to go through there. There we go. This is a 15 millimeter, and I want to say an 18. Yeah, it's an 18. There it is. And there that is. So that's pretty much it, y'all. Like I said, we have our ABS sensor coming in a couple of days, and we'll finish it up with the ABS sensor. Other than that, that's pretty much it. We're not even gonna bother putting the wheel on, because, well, we don't really need to, but we are going to torque everything down, as we should, as we all should. I mean, but that's how you replace your hub and your bearing on this Ford Fiesta. You know, unfortunately, we had a lot of, or not a lot, we had a few mishaps due to rust. You know, it's you know, it's what it is. But the good thing about that is, now that that's gone and over with, you know, we won't have that issue, hopefully. You know what I mean? In the future. But, you know, it's what it is, y'all. We hope y'all gain something from this. And if you're out there handling your business, be safe, be patient. You know what I mean? And remember, you can fix it too. On that note, peace.